Historia que tú hiciste, historia por hacer, porque nadie resiste tus ganas de vencer. Y'all see this? What's this? What's this? What's this? Is that Valencia pack? Is that Valencia pack? HALA Madrid y nada más. HALA Madrid. What a fucking game. What a fucking game to win. This is that Valencia pack. Real Madrid 2, Valencia 1. Long story short, we were supposed to play this game in November. It got canceled because of the floods. Rest in peace, anybody who was affected. Lots of floods in Spain, incredibly tragic. You would think for that development of a country. The infrastructure just not great. Not a great look. But besides the point, we go down to Valencia. We all know the past of Vinicius Jr. getting the racist hate, getting the crazy, I don't know what you want to call it, atmosphere from the crowd for being black, if you want to call that an atmosphere. And he is provocative. I will not glaze over that. But let's just say this. We didn't look great today. Vinny got a red card. Jude missed a penalty. Some things happened. But we pulled through in the end. Okay? And I just want to get ahead of this before anyone else starts talking about this shit, because it pisses me off, badly. When they start doing this whole thing about how, Valencia was clearly the better side today. Clearly, Valencia controlled this game. They were... They seemed dominant. Real Madrid didn't have any chances. They're not. The defense isn't good. All things true. All things are true. But can we acknowledge that in the last 10 minutes of the game, when we stole the game back and won it and just collected all 3 points like thieves and robbers in the night, that happened too. That's part of the game. You can't just act like that's not part of the game. Yes, sure, they dominated the game. They got 0 points from the game. None of that mattered. It didn't count. It didn't count. And this is the most hyped up I'll be after most wins in the league, because Valencia deserves it. Fuck them and fuck their fans. Because it's 60 minutes in, they're up 1-0, okay? Let's start going through the game a little bit. Let's work through this. It's a flat first 20 minutes, okay? I think it's around 27 when the build-up starts, or maybe 25 minutes in when the build-up starts for their first goal. And it's really simple. They just bring it down the right wing. Simple cutback into, the 18-yard box, kind of corner space where someone would be usually trailing in. And they do have a guy trailing in, and he comes in with a shot, and he's just open and wide open in the box. Yes, the defense was not great today. We'll get to that. We don't think we will not get to the defense. He gets the shot off Courtois with an incredible save. And we'll talk about the lineups and stuff too, don't worry. But Courtois with an incredible save. The ball comes back in. It's in a dangerous space. It's floating in the box. And Lucas Vasquez is nowhere to be found on the back post, where there is a Valencia player, and he gets a tap in. I think it was Ugadoro. I was expecting that goal. They had dudes making run into our space the whole time leading up to this. We looked flat. We looked slow. And this is what we do. This is the most Real Madrid thing of all time. To need the first goal to get back in it, right? But I'm not going to lie. I was kind of worried. When we went into halftime and stuff, and, I was just kind of wondering where our headspace was at, because we didn't seem super juiced after that first goal. Kind of seemed like the head sunk a little bit. The shoulders are dropping a little bit. You're like, where? You're sitting there thinking like, oh shit. Like, are we going to come back? I don't know. Even though usually you have that They look confident. You have that feeling that it'll happen. There's almost no question. Today, it felt a little bit in jeopardy. But when you see guys like Luka Modric come on after the Vinny penalty, right? Your hope is brought back. It's this individual quality that we possess all over the pitch, on the bench. It keeps us in games. We cannot lie. And I was just speaking to my lovely wife about this. I know we talk about Ancelotti and Friendship FC, and that's like the goal and that's the vibe, and if that's going right, then we're fine and we're winning the chance. That's dandy. But when we don't have our fit 11, when we don't have this world-class group of players that can go out and they all have played with each other for multiple years and they all have these relationships with each other and these individual connections, we don't have that right now. We have a ragtag team that really needs a leader and really needs a presence and really needs direction. And so I'm looking at Carlo and I'm like, maybe a semblance of a system, right? Because when we're setting up outside the box, and the reason why I used Modric as the segue to talk about the system thing, and I kind of scooted past the halftime to Vinny getting red carded part of the game. The reason why I skipped that is because it didn't matter. Because it's boring. Because when we set up our offense after Sevilla just dropped back and parked the bus, we have no creativity. And it's not just that we don't have creativity. It's that you've got these dudes that are passing the ball around to each other and they're just waiting for someone else to make a move. And when you don't know what another guy's going to do, you're just waiting to see if you can read his body language and predict what he's going to do and see what next move he's going to make. When you are trying to do that, you are not thinking about yourself as much as you should be. You should be able to trust and understand and know the patterns of your teammate, right? Okay, Mendy loves to come over. He likes to overlap. And I can trust that he's going to overlap because we've practiced that. We've drilled that. And because of his overlapping run, it's going to create this space. And because this space has been created, I'm going to move this player here. We know to move here because of that. Look, I'm not a tactico. I'm not a fucking aficionado. I've played career mode. I've played football manager, right? I played youth soccer just enough to understand we looked drab in our setup offense. It really does take a moment, whether it's a counterattack, it has to be an unplanned play. If we seem too set up, God forbid. I mean, we're going to flub it. That's really frustrating, and I don't think it's sustainable. We cannot continue relying on last-minute brilliance. And I know it's probably been a thing that every Real Madrid channel has said till the end of time, but again, it just reigned true today. It just seemed like there was nothing outside of long shots when we're not down a man and what. Okay, now let's get to the Vinny red card, okay? Because it is ridiculous. Let's be honest here. It's soft. It's pussy. That is weak shit. And so Vinny goes down for the non-penalty. He's not even complaining. He's not even arguing. He's on his knees about to get up. Goalie comes over, takes his gloved hand, and he grabs him up. Maybe he grabs the back of his little dreads. I don't know. His little braids. I don't know. That's up for the birds. I don't really care. I don't really care about those details. He grabs him and he lifts him up. And Vinny gets up and he checks him with the hands like that. Up here. And the hands go up there. Yo, goalie, you are 6'5". Sorry, I don't remember your name. You are 6'5". You shouldn't be crumbling like that. It's just sad. It's just sad. It's not the spirit of the game. It's not what you want your goalie. You're supposed to be your strong captain, your brick wall. Oh. And then he's on the ground like he got knocked out. And that's why I loved when they show that clip after the whole, they give Vinny his red and whatever. And then they decide to show Jude and I think it's Madrid, or not Madrid because he wasn't on the field yet. it's Jude and it's Lucas and it's someone else. And they're making fun of him. And they should be. They should be. That's weak. Goalie. I don't know. Tangent over. Vinny, serve your suspension, come back with the cooler temper, right? Because fuck, man. I understand they were playing rough on you, but you can't be wielding the hands like that. You can't be throwing your G-checks in the middle of the game. But onward. He gets kicked. We bring Modric in. That was the perfect sub. Carlo, round of applause. Great sub. Modric was the perfect sub in that moment. He comes in, he brings the control, he brings the passing acuity, he brings his little between the line plays, he brings the perfect run in the perfect time every time mentality. I mean, and then you see this little link up for the first goal right after he comes on. Brahim gets the ball in a little tight space, he does a little turn, manages to get the ball away. I'm honestly watching that going, oh my God, he just gave it away. Fucker. Fuck Brahim. Fuck Brahim. He just gave it away. But it rolls delightfully to Jude Bellingham, who gives a world-class first touch through ball. I mean, and this is it's a world-class assist, and it's one touch. That's why I love from Jude. It's efficient. He is direct. He gets the ball to Modric, and there's no conversation about what's happening next. Modric is through on goal. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He slots it away cool as a cucumber. I mean, fuck yes, dude. That is the shit we love. That is the shit we love. Modric is 39 years old. He's as old as my parents. I just had a son. He's saving us from the ashes. Is it consistent? No. I don't care. It's magical. I don't care. It's fucking magical. Luka, I love you. You are a servant to the squad. We will never forget you. He should have left. He should have been looking around like, yo, did we not sign anybody? I know we got Endrick, but we didn't sign any center backs? I would have been gone. I would have already been back in Split. I'd be in Zagreb already. Retired. A legend in Croatia if I was Luka. But he stayed. And he's our captain. Making plays, getting us back in the game. As soon as we were back in the game, you know we're in it, even though we're 10 men down. It doesn't even matter. Valencia is shit. They can't do shit. Valencia couldn't do anything with being up a man. That is embarrassing. Sorry. I'm not trying to hate. Valencia just gets me riled up. What a game. What a game. And then they just give it away. You know? It's almost like I don't have to talk about the second goal. But I should. Jude deserves it. We've got, we're prowling. They're dilly-dallying. They're laughing about in the back of and they're laughing about in the back line, passing it around. We're waiting. On the prowl, waiting. And then they give a sloppy-ass pass because they don't have the quality to play out from the back casually against Real Madrid. And Jude pounces on it, swivels his hips around. Huh. Game one. Commentators didn't say a word during the second goal. It took all of our players to be at the corner flag before the commentators even said anything. Because they knew. Because you know what's going to happen when he turns his hips on the ball like that. And he's blocking out and the ball's right there. And he's about to kick it. You know where it's going. You know he's scoring. You know Real Madrid just won it in the 96th minute. You know what happened. Camavinga, not great. Raul Asensio, great to see you still in the squad, getting a minute at the end of the game. Modric, obviously love you. Brahim, decent performance. Rodrigo, forgettable. I'm just trying to cover my bases here in terms of guys. Defense needs a lot of work. Vasquez, hope to God Trent agrees to the pre-contract because, and I'll probably make a separate video about the Trent situation, but hope to God we can get reinforcements this January because, oh my God, the wide areas, we're just, it's a sand wall. But great win, great team win. I know I'm happy to be woken up after that sleepy Sevilla game. Fucking hell. Vamos los blancos. Que un día. Que un partido. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. This is East Res FC. Like, subscribe, do all your shin, your shindigs, your business. And I'll be back for the next game or a Trent video or a, first season roundup. I have no idea. But thanks for watching.